Just wait now, don't talk.
Okay, sorry.
Hey everybody, this is Steve Larvick, your online marketing guy, and I'm here today with a very special guest, Luke Gross. Luke is one of the owners of Social Media Marketing and Management Agency, and he's the co-author of multiple #1 best-selling books. And that's why he's here today. That includes his most recent How to Write a Powerful #1 bestseller. And he has written books in the areas of real estate and marketing, and has successfully positioned himself as an expert and leader in his industry, and now he's working to help others do the same in theirs. Welcome, Luke, and thank you for your time and joining us today.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks.
Luke, what we're going to do today is go through a number of frequently asked questions, and then some questions that you think people should be asking you about why they should write a bestseller, how they should write a bestseller, the process. You've done this successfully now 3 times. And gotten yourself into some very good categories. As we go through this, I'm going to show folks some of the screen captures of some of these books and the categories you put yourself into and position yourself as a #1 best-selling author.
Okay.
Luke, the first question we've got here is, I've written a book and want to know how to be a #1 best-selling author. And if you would, please repeat the question before you answer it. So again, the question is, I've written a book, and I want to know how to be a #1 best-selling author.
Okay, so I've written a book, and I want to know how to become a best-selling author. Well, to become a #1 best-selling author, you need to know the techniques that we offer. Obviously, there's more than one way to do this, but really, the objective here is that you become a #1 best-selling author as fast as possible, so that you can position yourself as a leader in your industry, which I've effectively done on several occasions, and partners within my organization have effectively done. And we follow a systematic approach to getting our clients to #1 status. And we've really figured out how to do it. And it's really not about becoming a #1 best-selling author so you can sell a lot of your books and make a lot of money. The objective here is becoming a #1 best-selling author so that you can position yourself as an expert in your industry, whatever that might be.
Second question, Luke, is, can you write a book for me to become a #1 best-selling author?
Can I write a book for you to become a #1 best-selling author? Well, the answer to that is absolutely yes, you can. You have a certain industry that you're in. So if you haven't written a book yourself, then we have the ability to research your business, to interview you, to find out more about what it is that you do within your organization or within your niche, whatever that might be. And we can basically consult with you on ways to put your book together, and then again bring that to #1 with you as the author.
Okay, and why do you say that being a #1 bestseller is important to marketing your business?
So why is becoming a #1 best-selling author important to market your business? Well, it's very simple. I think people have this misconception about becoming a #1 best-selling author, like you become a #1 best-selling author and you make a lot of money selling your book. That's possible. I guess you can do that, but that's not really the objective. To become a #1 best-selling author is good for marketing your business, because your customers, the leads that you're going to generate, the leads that you're going to drive to your business, you're going to sell more of whatever it is that you do, whether it's a product or a service, when you position yourself as an expert. Having a #1 book does that for you. You've got competition. You've got other people within your industry that provide similar or the same thing that you do. But when you can separate yourself as a #1 best-selling author, you put yourself ahead of your competition. Therefore, you accommodate more of the market and you make more money. It's a great way for you to put yourself ahead, for sure.
Luke, how do I make money when writing a #1 best-selling book?
I'm sorry, Steve, can you repeat that?
How do I make money when writing a #1 best-selling book?
Well, like I said, how do I make money when writing a #1 best-selling book? Well, rarely I guess you're going to make money with a book, but you'll make money with the #1 best-selling book because, again, it's positioning. You will generate and drive more customers and leads to your business by virtue of having a #1 best-selling book. And again, it positions you as an expert, therefore giving you far more access to the market. you're going to drive more customers to you when you're a leader in your industry and you position yourself as one when you become a #1 best-selling author. So just by virtue of that, it's one way for you to drive more business and create more revenue, get more sales, get more leads, get more customers. Whatever it is you're trying to do, a #1 best-selling book helps you accomplish.
Folks, we're talking with Luke Gross. Luke is the owner of a marketing company. He's a 3-time best-selling author on Amazon for things like real estate investing, real estate marketing. And he's now teaching other folks how to position themselves in the same way by becoming #1 best-selling authors in their field to sell their businesses, products, services, whatever it is that they're positioning themselves to be in. If you would like to get a free copy of Luke's ebook, #1, How to Become a #1 Best-Selling Author, how to write a powerful #1 bestseller, you can do that by going to www.powerfulbestsellingauthor.com, powerfulbestsellingauthor, all one word.com. And when you give up your name and email, you'll get a free copy of the PDF ebook, #1 bestseller on Amazon, and also the audio version, as well as a free 20-minute consultation. Or if you prefer, if you just like to call right now, you can leave your name and number at 888-865-9007. And Luke or one of his partners will contact you to see if we can help you do the same. Luke, would like to thank you for joining us today. We're going over reasons why people should write a bestseller. It sounds like a daunting task to most. Let me sort of throw one out there at you. Most people aren't going to feel like they're going to sit down and type a book. Is that what they really need to do these days if they want to write a bestseller?
No, they don't. I mean, I think that's what people think. I know I thought that originally when this whole thing started. I mean, I like anything else, you have to learn how things work. And you think about writing a book, you think you have to sit down, you've got to map the whole thing out, you got to brainstorm, you got to do an outline, you have to have all this content, and then you got to sit down and write this thing, send it to an editor, all this stuff. You don't really have to go through all that. I mean, there are a number of things that we can do to help you write this book. One of those could be a simple interview. I can sit down with you about your business and interview you, and we can take the content from that interview and transcribe it into a text that we can convert into a book, and then we transfer that to our system and basically drive you as a #1 best-selling author using Amazon.com as the medium. So it's not as daunting or as overwhelmingly difficult as people think it is. It's just a matter of knowing how our systems work and how we effectively can do it for our customers.
Sure. Let's take a look, Luke. You've written 3 #1 bestsellers recently. Your primary area of business is real estate and lease option, rent-to-own properties. Let's take a look at a couple of these. So this is lease option in Southwest Florida, and you made it to #1 in a couple of different categories here.
Yeah.
Here's one. Let's look at the categories themselves, though. So we're looking at real estate law, real estate mortgages. Those are pretty important, I suppose, if you're in real estate.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we had real estate mortgages #1 in 2 categories: for mortgages, business and money. Real estate and law, you were #2. Some of these books we actually drove to #1 bestseller in places like Australia.
Yeah.
So you're not only a #1 best-selling author, you're an international #1 best-selling author. So here's
pretty cool. It's a nice feeling. When that happened, it was very interesting to see how this message can travel the world very quickly.
Yeah, and are you able to do this for your clients, for other people, other business owners?
Absolutely. Of course. We use a systematic approach to doing this, and we put your content, we take your book, and we put it through a medium that's going to drive the presence of your book to your customer base. And essentially we get your content out there, and it's just basically, again, it comes back to positioning. Now, whether or not you become an international bestseller or not is it's relevant because it's a good credential to have. But the objective is becoming a number one best-selling author. Whether you become an international bestseller it's just a kind of a bonus. And that's how I see that. But yes,
right. And
to answer your question, absolutely. We can do that for our customers for sure.
right. And once you become a number one best-selling author and you put that on your book, you have that forever. Nobody's taking that away from you. And that's a pretty powerful thing to have. Does that affect how people are able to market, Luke? You know, the next question comes in here as, you know, when you become a number one best-selling author, how does that affect the marketing of your book? Or how does that affect the pricing you can demand for your business product or service?
Yeah, when I become a number one best-selling author, when you become a number one best-selling author, how does it affect the marketing of your business? Well, it affects it in a huge way, because when you just think about it, when you have, let's say you have two businesses that do the same thing, one of the business owners is number one bestseller, and the other one has the same product, similar product, or the same or similar service, and you're a customer. Which way do you think you're going to which one of those are you going to gravitate towards? The number one bestseller who's an expert, or the other guy who may or not be an expert? You're going to go with the person who demonstrates themselves as the expert or as the leader in their industry. It also gives you more clout. It gives you more presence in the marketplace, because again, you can go and advertise yourself that way. You know, I can say I'm a number one best-selling author when I go out and meet with real estate clients, or when I go give seminars in the real estate field or in the marketing field, whatever it is. I go and I demonstrate myself in front of large groups of people as a number one best-selling author. I really put myself in a position to make a lot more money, to really exponentially grow my business, and it's just the simple fact of having that number one best-selling status that adds to my real understanding of my industry.
Yep, for sure. We're talking with Luke Gross. Luke is a real estate marketing expert. He's written 3 number one bestsellers on Amazon, and he's now working with other business owners to help them sell their business products, services, and command a higher price, basically, because he helps them become best sellers, and so the experts in their field. If you would like to get a free copy of Luke's most recent bestseller, How to Write a Powerful Number One Bestseller, you can go to www.powerfulbestsellingauthor.com, enter your name and email, and he will deliver to you a free PDF copy of the new book, as well as the audio version, and offer you a free 20-minute consultation. If you know you'd like to maybe see if you and Luke would be, or his team would be a fit for you to work with your business product or service, help you write a bestseller, leave a message at 888-865-9007. Again, that's 888-865-9007. That's toll free. Leave your name and number, and you'll get a call from one of Luke's team to see if you guys might want to work together. Luke, we're going to continue here with some of these questions that you think people should be asking when it comes to best-selling books and how to become a best-selling author. Next question is, how long will it take me to become a number one best-selling author?
Well, that's somewhat of a loaded question. It doesn't necessarily take a long time, but I can answer your question with a little bit of a story, if that's okay. You know, I had a customer who wrote a book almost 7 years ago, and he tried to market this book on his own. And you know, he's a professional in his field. But as soon as we took him on as a client and we got his book in our possession and we put it through our system, we were able to make him a number one bestseller on a book that he had written for 7 years, and we drove him to number one within 1 month's time. So I can't exactly tell you how long it's going to take you, but when you take it in comparison to how long that it would take under the normal assumption of how long it takes to drive a book to number one, we do it extremely quicker and much faster than you would expect. It will be your expectation.
So let's take a look at that book. That was Coaching Your Way to Success, correct?
That's Brett Davenport. He's a dynamic business coach. Just one of the most positive guys I've ever met. It's great.
So we're looking here on screen. This is a screen capture showing Brett Davenport as the #1 on Amazon for business leadership training. Is that his field?
Yeah, he is. He is a business leadership coach. He works with high-end executives. He'll go in Fortune 500 companies and meet with their executives to coach them on better ways to manage their business, get the most production out of their client, or I'm sorry, the most production out of their sales teams or their staff. And he's an expert in that industry, but we've really pushed him into another level just by getting him this #1 status on Amazon.com. And look at the competition he's got, and there he sits at #1. It's great. I'm happy that we were able to do that for him.
Sure, and also in communication and management, #1 best-selling author.
Right, and Brett also went. He also became an international bestseller using our.
Sure. Here's Amazon Australia #1 international bestseller, management and leadership teams. I mean, how powerful is that? If you're a coach, I would think that would be a pretty good place to be.
Exactly. So now what Brett does, he'll go speak in front of large groups of people. He gets invited to seminars, or he promotes his own seminars. And prior to him becoming a #1 bestseller, he could never advertise himself like that. Now the next time he goes and gets in front of a large group of people, of potential customers and clients, by the way, and he's promoting his #1 best-selling book, he's selling it in the back of the room, or he's giving that book away. He's really positioned himself as an expert where people believed he was, because maybe they paid money to go to a seminar, but now he's proving that with his #1 book status. And just imagine what this is going to do for you using our system. I'm happy. It's a tremendous thing to be able to help someone like that.
Luke, if folks wanted to get a hold of you, I think you're also offering I know that you're offering your most recent bestseller for free if folks go and opt in. How do they get a hold of you? What do they do?
They can go to www.powerfulbestsellingauthor.com. We'll give you a free PDF version of our book. Also send you a free copy of our Amazon #1 bestseller version. And again, we'll give you a 20-minute consultation with either myself or someone within my organization to give you some concept of how we do this and how we can help you in your business and do the same thing that we've done for our clients and for ourselves.
If somebody knows that they want to work with you right now, what would they do?
Yeah, they can call us. It's 888-865-9007. They can reach us by phone that way much faster than if they went through our website. They can get us immediately or close to immediately.
Folks, talking with Luke Gross, #1 best-selling author, 3-time best-selling #1 international best-selling author, Luke Gross. We're going through questions about how you write a bestseller, how you get it published, how you get it driven to #1 on Amazon. Luke, next question is, I already had a book. My book was never a bestseller. Can you help me get it to #1?
Yeah, my book was never a bestseller. We already have one. Can we help you get it to #1? Yes, we can. We don't need to write your book. You don't have to have one that wasn't written yet. Like we did for Brett Davenport, one of our clients who became a #1 bestseller. We can do the same for you on a book that you already have produced. It's as simple as taking your book, putting it through our system. Now there's some things you're going to have to do with us to work with us so that we can get that done. But we can do it for you, and we'd like to do that, especially if you've already got content, you've already got this thing written, you've already put your time into it. There's no sense in reinventing the wheel, so to speak. We can take your existing book and drive it to #1.
Luke, you talk about positioning and positioning yourself as an authority. What exactly do you mean by positioning in regards to being a #1 best-selling author?
What do I mean by positioning in regards to being a #1 bestseller? Well, if you are a #1 bestseller in an industry, whether you're selling a service, you're selling a product, whatever it is that you do, you're a dentist, anything. It's kind of limitless with whatever your business is. If you know you're an expert in that field and you've written a book about it, or you want to write a book, well, you write a book, you can either use our services, or you already have a book that you've written. We can take your existing book, drive it to #1, and make you an Amazon #1 bestselling author. And in doing that, you separate yourself from your competition because you position yourself in your industry, in your field, as a leader, as an expert by virtue of having a #1 best-selling book. You already know your field, you know your business. So you're basically just adding credentials to what you already know by having a #1 best-selling book. It separates you from your competition, and it proves you as an expert when you're dealing with your customers, clients, when you get potential leads, they see you as a #1 bestseller, and it puts you ahead. It really adds credibility to what it is you're providing.
Okay, next question is, I would love to write a #1 best-selling book. And if I were to do that, you know, I'm going to take this time, I'm busy. What does that mean? I mean, how does that convert into making money?
Okay, I would like to write a #1 best-selling book. How does that convert to making money? Well, you know, the objective here is not necessarily to make money selling a book. That might be what your objective is, but the bigger picture is positioning yourself as an expert. When you have a #1 best-selling book, whatever your product or service is, you use a #1 best-selling book as a tool to position yourself as a leader in your industry. And having a #1 bestseller exponentially grows your business because it gives you more leads, it gets you more customers, it drives more business through your door, so to speak. And your conversion from how many leads or how many customers you get walking through your door into actual sales generates real, legitimate, tangible money for your business. And much of that new business is going to come because you've written a #1 bestseller. That's money that you would not have otherwise had without a #1 bestselling book. So that's how I see you capitalizing on a #1 bestselling book, because you really find more ways to generate capital, revenue, profit for your business because you become a #1 bestselling author.
Right. In other words, you're not going to get rich unless you're writing Harry Potter books by selling books.
Right.
You're going to use that book to position yourself as the expert in whatever business, product, or service it is that you sell, because you're going to be a #1 bestseller and your competition isn't, right?
Exactly. I mean, writing a #1 bestseller isn't necessarily going to make you a lot of money in the book itself. The objective is writing a #1 bestseller, and like you said, is positioning yourself as an expert over and above your competition, positioning you as an expert. So when people see, you know, they got other choices and they see, well, this person, John Doe, has a #1 bestselling book and he's providing something that I need. Am I going to go to him who's got a #1 bestselling book, or I'm going to go to the person who I've never really heard of and hasn't really put himself out there? I'm going with the person who's written a #1 bestseller because it positions that person as an expert, and that's who I want to work with, the expert. I want to go to the best. I want to make sure I'm working with the best, and that's what you're going to get when you become a #1 bestselling author. You get more business, and you get more quality business. That's the key.
Luke, I'm going to give you a heads up here. The chat roll, we're seeing that some of the original questions, you were underwater a little bit. So I'm going to, after we do this next question, I'm going to go back and repeat several of those questions, just so you have a heads up on that. After this question, I'd like you to go ahead and let people, after you answer it, know how they can get a hold of your book for free and how they can contact you. So the next question is, how can I promote my #1 best-selling book? So you've made it #1. How do you promote it?
So how can I promote my #1 best-selling book? Well, you can promote your #1 best-selling book by using our cutting-edge marketing techniques. We have really the best marketing programs available. We have the best marketing tools available to us within our organization to help drive you and your book to #1 status. We have the best, most cutting-edge marketing tools to promote you and your business, to give you more exposure and basically put you everywhere as fast as possible in front of all the customers, in front of your desired client customer base. And in doing that, in conjunction with having a #1 bestseller, it really positions you and it will allow you to essentially begin to dominate your marketplace, because you start eliminating a lot of your competition by virtue of having a #1 best-selling status. So, you know, if you want to find out more about how we do these things, or you want to get into more information, There's a couple ways you can do that. You can visit our website. You can go to www.powerfulbestsellingauthor.com. You can put your information in there, and as a thank you for that, we'll send you a free copy of our PDF book. We'll also send you a free version of our #1 best-selling Amazon.com version. And we'll also give you a free 20-minute consultation, either with myself or a member of my team, so we can go into more details about how exactly we can do that for you. So there's a couple ways you can do that. Or you can call us at 888-865-9007, and you can reach us faster, and we can start a dialogue that way as well.
Luke, let's explore that a little bit. You said that you're able to put them all over the front page of the internet, basically, right? So here were some of the campaigns that you did for your own real estate business.
Yeah.
This isn't what we want. Let's go to, we were going after first page search results for things that your clients would be typing into Google or asking Siri how to find a solution to their problem. In this case, it's rent to own. And you were able to take videos like this one and drive it to the front page of the search results very quickly because Google loves video, So like for military home loans, lease option to buy, within a week you were on the front page of the Google search results. Here for VA housing loan and debt management, here you are right here showing up. The ones on top are generally paid, and then you're down here toward the bottom. On the first page of the search results against 1,180,000 other people who are competing for that phrase, right? So do you want to talk a little bit about this, what the power of video and how we can use the book after we do the book, what we can do for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've written a book, and we've driven you to #1. So now we position you as an expert in your field, your industry. But then we still have the responsibility, and you as the prospect, or you as a business owner, or as an entrepreneur, or whatever it is that you are, you have the responsibility of getting yourself in front of your customer. So now when you have a #1 bestseller, you've accomplished that expert status, and you've positioned yourself well. Now it's time to get yourself out there in front of people. So using video marketing is really one of the most powerful ways right now to do that, because Google, as you said, Google loves video, and people love video. YouTube is obviously a great place for people to go for information. But not just that, I mean, there's many video sources that are available on the web. There's Google, of course, for natural search. And when you can get yourself in all these places very fast, and when people start seeing, they start putting in these keywords into Google, and they start searching for information about what it is you're providing, and you repeatedly start coming up, people are going to start recognizing you as a leader in your industry. Now, for me to go into all the details about how exactly we do that, I don't think this is the forum for that. But utilizing video and getting you everywhere as fast as possible in tandem with your #1 best-selling status, this is a great way for you to launch yourself into a different stratosphere of business. And that's really what this whole objective is to make money.
Right. So you help folks become a #1 bestseller, and they then are the expert in their city, town. They're the person who can say, I'm a #1 bestselling author, and then you put them all over the front page of the search results. And you can do this in English or in Spanish.
Right. I mean, exactly. And being in my market in real estate, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, here again, these are screen captures of you in Google search. This is for Spanish search terms that were researched, of course, for SEO value, things that money keywords that people are looking for when they want to buy a house, but have problems with maybe they have some problems with their credit, or they had a bankruptcy or something, and you have a way to get people in, and you're able to get that message out there by putting yourself on the front page of the search results, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And this was in 4 weeks after launching the campaign. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Very powerful. If you look at those things, are very specific too. Some of this content is very specific And the more specific you can get with what it is you're providing, you're really going to narrow down your target market. You're going to get more of the quality prospect that you're looking for, which is really going to translate quicker into dollars and cents.
Okay, let's retrace here a little bit. We're going to go over a couple of these questions that got garbled in the beginning. First of all, this is Steve Larvik, your online marketing guy. I'm here today with Luke Gross. Luke is a 3-time #1 best-selling author and international best-selling author on Amazon. He's also the owner of Social Media Marketing and Management Agency, and he's here today to discuss how he has made himself a #1 bestseller, why having a #1 best-selling book is an important and valuable thing to have, and how you can do the same thing. If you would like to get a copy of Luke's most recent best-selling book, How to Write a Powerful #1 Bestseller, you can do that by going to www.powerfulbestsellingauthor.com, www.powerfulbestsellingauthor, all one word.com. Or if you would like to find out if Luke or one of his team members could help you do the same thing, you can call and leave your name and number at 888-865-9007. Again, 888-865-9007. Leave your name and number, and Luke or one of his team will get back to you right away. Luke, let's go back through a couple of these questions. I've written a book, and I want to know how to be a #1 best-selling author.
Okay, I've written a book, and I want to know how to become a #1 best-selling author. Well, you will utilize a system that we've perfected, and we know how to our customers to a #1 best-selling status using Amazon.com. And you don't even have to write the book. You know, there's ways for us to even consult with you on getting content into a book format. So even if you haven't written the book yet, but you have a desire to write the book, we have a system within our program to be able to help you do that. So it's just a matter of utilizing our systems and our techniques so that we can help you drive the #1 status.
Next question, Luke, is do you have done-for-you services? I mean, most of these business owners are busy. They don't have time to sit down and write a book. Can you write a book for someone and make them a #1 bestseller?
Can we write a book for someone and make them a #1 bestseller? Yes, we have techniques within our organization to help you become a #1 bestseller, even if you don't have a book written. You have knowledge. You know, you can work with us, we can work with you to generate the content for your book. There's a couple of techniques that we can use to put that together. So, of course, you know, there's a lot of people with very busy schedules. They have a desire to write a book. They want to position themselves in their field as the #1 best-selling author, but they just simply don't have a book yet. But we can work with our customers. We will work with you to generate the content for a book and then transfer that into a tangible book that we can utilize and drive to #1 for you.
Next question for Luke Gross, 3-time #1 best-selling author, is why do you say that being a #1 bestseller is important to marketing your business, product, or service?
Why is becoming a #1 bestseller important to marketing your product or service? Is because when you become a #1 bestseller, you position yourself as an expert in your field. You position yourself as an expert with whatever product it is you're providing. You position yourself as an expert with whatever service it is that you're providing to your customer base. If I'm a customer and I'm looking to buy something, or I'm looking to go to you for a service, and you have competition, and I have choices, but you're the one who's the #1 best-selling author, automatically I'm looking to you as the leader in your industry. So therefore, I'm going to be more apt to choose you over your competition. And that's just the reality of it. So when you become a #1 best-selling author, you position yourself as an expert and a leader, and you drive more business just by virtue of having that status. Very powerful.
Next question. You know, a lot of people feel that, you know, like the book itself is the end game. You know, how do you make money when you're writing a #1 best-selling book? Are you going to get rich because you have a #1 bestseller on Amazon, Luke?
Writing a #1 best-selling book is not necessarily going to make you a lot of money. However, when you become a #1 best-selling author, you position yourself as an expert, and therefore you position yourself to make a lot of money. You position yourself as an expert because you're bringing in more customers, more clients. You're driving more business to yourself because, again, if I as a customer can choose between somebody who is a #1 bestseller and someone who's not, I'm going to choose a #1 bestseller for a product or service that they're providing. So writing a #1 best-selling book positions you as an expert, and it's going to drive more business because you're a #1 best-selling author and your competition likely is not. So it's really about positioning. That's really the end game here. That's the words you use. The end game here is positioning yourself as an expert, not necessarily selling a lot of copies of the book and making money from that. Is driving more business because you become an expert by virtue of a #1 bestseller.
So it's just one of the tools in the toolbox that you at Social Media Marketing and Management Agency use to help people make more money in less time by getting them more leads, more qualified leads, helping them to be in a position to charge more money than their competition and expect to get it, correct?
Absolutely. If I have the status of a #1 best-selling author, I can and should charge more money to my customer base. And that's one of the benefits becoming a #1 bestseller, and it's just one of the arrows in our quiver with our engage to drive you more of the quality business that you've been looking for.
Okay, so last question, Luke, is basically tying this all up. When you become a #1 bestselling author, what's the next step in using that to market your business?
So when I become a #1 best-selling author, what's the next step in using that to market my business? Well, having a #1 best-selling book, it allows me to go out and market myself as a #1 bestseller. It allows me to put myself in front of my customer base as a #1 best-selling author and use that as ammunition, use it as more of a platform to stand on when I'm I guess figuratively speaking, it's a platform for me to stand on from a virtual sense. If I'm promoting my book, let's say online, or I'm promoting myself and marketing myself all over the internet using video marketing or whatever it is that we're using to get you out there, that #1 best-selling status puts me above and beyond my competition. It puts me in a position to showcase myself as an expert and therefore drive more business and get more clients and customers. That's really the main objective today.
Luke, I want to thank you very much for taking time with us today, and congratulations on your success in becoming a #1 bestseller, an international bestseller. We've been speaking today with 3-time #1 bestselling author Luke Gross. He is the co-owner of Social Media Marketing and Management Agency, and he's been talking about the power and impact business owners can earn by writing and publishing a #1 best-selling book of their own, and how he can help you do that, or a member of his team can help you do that. If you'd like to find out how, or if maybe you're a fit to work with SMA Social Media Marketing Agency, call 888-865-9007. That's toll free, 888-865-9007. If you would like to get a copy of a free copy of Luke's book, the PDF version, How to Write a Powerful #1 Bestseller, then you can do that by going to www.powerfulbestsellingauthor.com. Powerfulbestsellingauthor.com. That's all one word. You'll get not only the PDF of that book, you'll get the audio version, and again, an offer if you would like to take advantage of a 20-minute free consultation. Luke, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate the time with you. It's been great. I look forward to customers as well, finding out more about what we provide.
Good deal. Thank you, Luke. This is Steve Larbick with Luke Gross signing off and wishing you much success, folks.